twin core cable I'm going to do to start, then 240 cable. I also need a...
Oh shit, that don't work.
What don't work?
That's not right.
Cable in there. What have we got in here? I'm like one of them kids doing an unboxing thing. Woohoo! So cabling. So before we insulate here, that'd be wise to put the cabling in. Although we're not having much USB and a 240 socket here. So all the electrics are going to be back here, and that's where the fuse board's going to be. And the batteries, etc. So I'm going to run it.
Oh, you stupid.
Stupid what? Run all the cabling down here. Up there. And then across. Twin core cable I'm going to do to start. Then 240 cable. I also need a...
Oh shit, that don't work.
What don't work?
That's not right. Because then it'll be like that. So I need to... Oh shit.
You've done it the wrong way.
No, I've just done it a bit back to front.
So that's the wrong way. I just did the face again. So, twin core cable.
Sorry.
Twin core cable. I'm going to run 240 cable, which will go from the inverter. We're only having one 240 plug because we want to run an air fryer. See there, I've already run a positive from the starter battery. So that's there. I do need to run a negative to there as well. But also from my driver's fuse board, focus, there we go. Driver's fuse board, I need to run a single cable all the way up and round, up there, right along there, down for the DC to DC charger. So it will only work once the ignition's on, because you don't want it draining your battery. So let's see how I get on here. Right, so I think that's everything that we need on this side. So we've got the 240, which is the thick white cable. I haven't marked it up because I got it in white specifically, because then I knew straight away that it was a 240. We've got this, I've marked that up for the USB, running all the way up there, cable tied them together. And then the diesel heater, I've extended the cables with some, I don't know if you can see there, some soldering connectors. Run that up there, marked it diesel heater. Now, because I've used them soldering connectors, obviously I wanted to check to make sure before we insulate and cover everything up that it worked. So how do you do that? The trusty old jackery. So we had an old pump. Have I told you I've cut it off the old pump?
No, you didn't. You were supposed to use the one out the light.
Yeah. So we had an old pump, with a 12 volt socket on. Just chopped it off, put a couple of ring terminals on. Live, I've marked with this little bit of tape, and then negative. So we've got DC on. So we've got the positive to the positive, negative
Out of focus.
to the negative, and then if you look at the diesel heater screen, we're on. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy that that's a good connection. And again, just that little trick to do that with the jackery. Beautiful. This is not a sponsored ad.
That's a nice hat you've got on
You like
there.
it? This is not a sponsored ad. So we've just been marking out where we're going to put the LED spots, which we've done. And they're really, really bright. They're only these little things. I tested them last night. They're only them little things, but they are half bloody good. Sit flush as well. However, when we was doing...
What about some disco ones?
Talking to the bloody camera, yeah? No.
I'm shopping.
So when we were doing this middle one, we thought, oh, that's going to be somewhere around by where the toilet cubicle comes out. And then when we looked here, the toilet cubicle is going to go over the skylight.
With that strong wee word again. Me. I figured it out. Me. Not we. Me.
Yes, you did, darling. So, we now can't have the toilet cubicle there, and there's nowhere else to have it. So I think a toilet box. Wife says no. So has anybody got any ideas of what we can do? Please drop it in the comments if you do, because we're stuck. So we've put the LEDs up, haven't we, darling?
Yep.
So we've got LED spotlights, and they are brighter than the sun. So these, what we've got, they actually come with a 12-volt socket. So obviously I'm going to snip that and hardwire it in. But again, let's try them out. Are we in? Power on. So I think,
Everything in.
fingers crossed, this should work. Hey!
Yeah, so bright.
We're in. We've got light. What are you looking at, Pop?
Just pretty nervous.
Right, so I thought I'd talk you through our electric setup and what we've chose to go for. Quick disclaimer, I'm far from an auto electrician. 12 months ago, maybe even 6 months ago, I had no clue about this. So mega thanks to Liam, who's taught me a hell of a lot. Yeah, this is the setup that we've gone for. So to start with, we've got two 230 amp hour batteries. Now, yes, the lead acid, unfortunately, we weren't in a position to go lithium to save on the weight, so they are quite heavy, so we've had to save weight in other places in the van. However, we've got 460 amp hours. Massive shout out to these guys who have provided these batteries at a very, very reduced rate for us. And to be fair, the prices are fantastic, so I'll drop their link in the description as well. So from the batteries, what we need to do is we need to make sure we can charge the batteries. So we've got two different ways of charging these batteries. We'll start here, and that is we've got a 60 amp RENOGY DC to DC battery charger. So what that'll do, that will take the excess power from your alternator, it'll draw that, and then that will pass through the DC to DC charger, which will then charge up the home batteries / leisure batteries, whatever you want to call them. On top of that, we've got 3 solar panels. So these smaller panels, the 100 watt panels, so we have 300 watts in total. That goes into the MPPT charger. As you can see, these little blue lines that I've done, these are to hook up to the Bluetooth connection hub. Again, everything's RENOGY, so that means everything that we plug into there can be controlled on the RENOGY app. Other thing that we've gone for a 2000 watt RENOGY inverter. It's a pure sine inverter. Now, I'm not too sure what the difference is between modified and pure sine. I've just been told that pure sine is the best, so drop it in the comments if you can educate me on that. We're only having one double socket for 240, mainly because we want an air fryer in the van. So the air fryer that we've got for the van is 1400 watts. So this will constantly run at 2000, but it will also peak at 4000. So that should comfortably be able to run the air fryer. I've mentioned the Bluetooth. So what you need is a BT2 Bluetooth module. But rather than getting one of them for each and every RENOGY appliance that you've got, it's good to have the communication hub, because then you can just feed a RJ45, I think it's called, from each appliance into the hub, so then it can all be on the app. One thing that I've not put in this diagram is we're going to have two bus bars, a negative bus bar and a positive bus bar before we go into the battery. So that means we only have to have one cable going from the batteries. So the fuse board, this is a positive and negative fuse board. I think you have 12 appliances in this one. So we've got our spotlights, we've got two sets of USBs, we have a diesel heater, we're going to hardwire the fridge in as well. So not a great deal, and you could say I could have gone with just a 6-gang one. However, there might be things that we want to add in the future as well. So yeah, again, I'm not saying this is 100% right or the way you should do it. This is just something that I've put together just to give me an idea when I'm actually fitting all this, so I've got a good idea of what to do. Yeah, so that's what we've decided to go for the electrical system. Drop a comment if you think I've done something wrong, because I probably have. Again, I am putting the bus bars in. I think that's the only thing that I've left out of there. Again, massive thanks to people who've helped me with this and showed me the ropes on it, kind of thing. That's the end of this video. So please, if you like this video, I know this bit's a little bit boring, but for some people it might be quite interesting as well. So please like the video, because it means so much, and drop us a comment, even if you say I'm doing it wrong or you don't like it. You know, give us a bit of interaction. It helps the algorithm push these videos. Stay tuned for next week, because there's a massive transformation coming for next week. So yeah, peace out.